So week 2 is officially underway here in the S&D League, and you may be wondering who's really on top. From heavy hitters to sneaky competition and a few absolute stinkers. Let's get into some power rankings. Starting off at the bottom of the table, we have Proto, Phantoms, Visma, and Desmond. For Phantoms and Proto, we only have a small sample size of each, but what we've seen from both of these squads is struggling to find that new chemistry with their draft pick. So far, you can definitely see these captains struggling with the transition from 4s to 2s. Look for either of these duos to make a run this week if they can get past that transitional period and find that chemistry with their duo. For Desmond and Visma specifically, you have 5 matches combined lost by way of round 11. Both teams have played well, but struggled to find wins early on in the season, being 0-5 and 1-4 respectively. Now for the middle of the pack teams. This to me is teams that can handle squads that are below them and do have potential to beat anybody inside of the top 5. They're just struggling with consistency, specifically against those top squads. Here, we're looking at Glowcent and Equip. Both have seen really good and really bad results against the top teams. For Glowcent, yes, you've beaten Intex, but you've also lost to Gusify and Kamwa. For Equip, yes, you find a win over the defending champs in I Believe, but against Kamwa, you find little to no success. Now we get into the top 5 of the league. Starting out with number 4 and number 5, who may come as a bit of a shock as I Believe and Intex. Starting out with Intex, it's very much just a strength of schedule issue. Your best win comes against 2Real and Cedo on their first match of the season, along with losses to Glow and Gus really makes me feel like this team could struggle when it faces a dangerous duo. With I Believe so far, they're just not the same team they were last season. For a really good portion of season 0.5, looking unbeatable. But now in Season 1, this team looks like they're barely squeaking by. 3 out of 4 of their matches going to round 11, a big early season loss, and the fact that 3 separate rounds have essentially decided this team's record. For all of these reasons, I can't bring myself to put them inside of the top 3, but they're still 3-1, they're still the defending champs, and they're still in top 5. The top 3 teams who have shown me that they belong here throughout week 1 are number 3, Gusify, number 2, 2Real, and number 1, Kamwa. One of the grand finalists from last year in Gusify has really started to hit stride since last season. Massive improvements from Streak's Gunny, the chemistry has really started to flow, and the 5-2 start with 2 wins over both of the top 3 teams. Show me that Gus is on his revenge tour this season. At number 2, we have 2Real, who has shown us throughout week 1 that he is going to be a problem for this league. With the best gun skill in the league, 2Real has already proven that he can be unkillable, but what makes or breaks this squad is Cedo. Struggling in the first 2 games, but over the last 3, we've seen Cedo be able to be the perfect backup AR to his world-class sub talent. And now the number 1 team in the league, Team Kamwa. Kamwa and Juju being on the same team have dominated almost every single opponent they have played. They only have 1 loss to Gusify, who they're 1-1 on the season with. The best team gunny in the league, the best chemistry in the league. This duo has it all. Every single quality you would want from a number 1 team. If they can keep up this level of play, they're not only going to dominate the regular season, they could be wearing that crown and taking home the $2,500.